It's time for Insight, an inside view of what's happening in South Jersey. Join your hosts Anthony Fanucci and Jim Quinn as QVC brings you Insight with Anthony and Jim.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Paul Spinelli, and I'm filling in for Jim Quinn and Mayor Anthony Fanucci on Insight tonight. Tonight we have our guest, Josie Spinelli, who is in Rotary and does various things for the city of Vineland and Rotary events, etc. And for her husband, absolutely. And Robert Dragotta, who is president of the Bay Atlantic Symphony. So, Josie, Jim asked you to come on primarily because you have done a lot of different things, and you're just coming off the disco ball, yes, which was a very good success with a couple hundred people. And Paul was actually dancing the whole night, so he missed most everything else that was going on. But you got some new things coming up in your future, so what's going on?
Yes, well, I was very fortunate. I've been involved with this gentleman over here, Mr. Robert Dragotta.
As a friend.
As a friend. Well, I'm sorry. No, when I...
It better be that way.
As a friend on various events. And actually started, we were at one event many years ago at this point, and I stood up and said Miss America was coming, and I need everyone to come to the theater, and I didn't realize he was involved with the theater, and that started our friendship, and we just been friends ever since. And he actually asked me to get involved with the Bay Atlantic Symphony, and I helped him out with a wonderful event that he had. He had a night in Venice, which was a fundraiser, which was very successful at his beautiful estate in Bridgeton. And we had fun doing it, and it was all about, Venice and the music and the culture and the art. And I think we were pretty successful. So that's kind of how our friendship grew. And then he said to me, he said, listen, would you be on the board of the Bay Atlantic? And I said, I had to think about it for a minute or two. And I said, yeah, sure, why not? So this just kind of happened in the past month or so. So I'm very proud and happy to acknowledge him and be on the board. Should be a great, what can I say? Kind of achievement for me. It was it was nice to be asked, actually. So I was kind of proud about that. So now we're off trying to help the Bay Atlantic because unfortunately, as we know in this economy, everybody's struggling financially as well with the Bay Atlantic. So we're going to try to help that out and figure something out to build them up and so forth and so on. But one of the exciting things that is happening is that on May the 6th, I believe, yes, here in Vineland at the Rowan College, is the 9th Symphony, Beethoven's 9th Symphony, and it's going to be wonderful. And it's going to be not just the orchestra, but also the Greater South Jersey Chorus is going to be involved, and it's going to be a wonderful performance, and everyone's looking forward to it. I know Robert's so excited about it, so I'm going to kind of pigeon my way to Robert and let him talk a little bit about that, and talk about Jed, the wonderful orchestra leader, and you're on.
Hey, Robert, you got a lot of stuff going on, Robert. I know that in your life, and you just became president, I believe, this past year of the Bay Atlantic.
I'm in my first year as president. I've been on and off the board since 1996, and I was actually on the board when we changed from the Bridgeton Symphony to the Bay Atlantic Symphony.
Wow! All right, and Josie just brought up the 9th.
The 9th.
And that being said, I'm not a symphony connoisseur and think so. Tell us what's so special.
Well, first of all, this is the 40th anniversary of the Bay Atlantic Symphony. We started in 83, 84 as the Bridgeton Symphony, and Mary Woodruff and Alan Woodruff and their daughter, a few other people were it was a volunteer orchestra at first, and a group. They got a group of friends together and started the orchestra. Performed at first in the church that I attend, the First Presbyterian Church in Bridgeton. And so it was such a great time, and they loved it, that they actually organized in '84, 84, and started a nonprofit organization, and we've been going now for 40 years. It's very exciting.
Very exciting. Yes, the anniversary is very exciting. Yes.
Yeah, and all of the, I first attended a symphony when I moved to Bridgeton in I can't believe it, 1990, and I knew Mary and Bob because I attended. I hadn't joined or anything at the time, but I was new to the area, and I went to the church one Sunday, and Mary and Bob accosted me, and, among other people, and they were great from the very beginning. And Mary is a musician herself. Well, so is Bob, and we both sing in the choir now. We all sing in the choir, and it's been an incredible experience to watch the symphony become, a professional organization with musicians that are recruited from Philadelphia Symphony, the New York Philharmonic, all of the major symphonies. We use musicians from all over the world, really. Yeah. And this particular concert is very special because not only is it the ninth, and not only are we having the orchestra, but we have 100 voices on that stage from the South Jersey chorus. So it's going to be an amazing event. The last concert, we had a young man, 23 years old, from China, and he performed on classical guitar, and I'm telling you, I wept when he played. It was magnificent.
And you are a pretty accomplished musician yourself.
I wouldn't say accomplished. I play the piano here and there.
I don't know. I've heard you play the piano. You do well.
Thank you.
That being said, all right, well, one of the things I told Josie when we actually first started going is, and again, it's not the music that I normally listen to, but the Bay Atlantic is a gem in South Jersey. It's something totally different than anything that's around, and it really has an educational part to it as well,
right?
Where they go out into the school districts and they try to teach the kids how to play various instruments. So that being said, that's one of the give backs to the community, so our children do not lose the idea of classical music and symphony music, because in today's world there's so many distractions that would be very easy. So that's one of the things that's great about the Bay Atlantic is their give back to the community. I know they did it in Vineland. I don't know if they're still doing it or not.
You
guys know better than I would.
Yeah, this concert on the day before, Friday the 5th, we will fill the Landis Theater twice with school-aged children, and I went last year, and I can tell you, these kids, it's like they're at a rock concert.
That's great.
They get up and they just love it. And then the Jed, our conductor, who's been with us 25 years.
His anniversary as well.
His anniversary is this year also, yes. So Jed conducts pieces of the symphony, and then he explains what they're going to hear, what instruments they're going to hear, and gives them a background on the piece. So that it's an education, they get inspired to hear the music, and it's I was thrilled to see this firsthand, and it's one of the reasons why I accepted the presidency this year, because I really want to expand that
Portion,
program because we do it here at the Landis. We do it at Stockton, and we fill that also twice. But there are so many other school districts within our purview that I would love to be able to invite all those kids. Now, we are inviting them to the concert.
Right.
And if you're a student, we can get you a free ticket.
Right. That's great.
Yeah.
That's
so
super.
anybody that wants to go as a student.
Now, has that been put out to the school districts that they know that?
Yes. I have done that myself.
All right, because I know I'm in the middle school as an interim principal, and I have not seen anything. So
In Millville.
In Millville.
Yes.
Yes. See, we haven't reached out to Millville, and we really, that's one of the things, we could do this in Millville. It takes money because
Right.
we have to pay them. The musicians are professional, they get paid. So we have to raise the money in order to be able to do that.
I know their Lakeside Auditorium is huge.
Yes, it's beautiful.
And it's beautiful inside.
Yeah,
So.
it's beautiful.
And if you need any help with that, just reach out because, well, I'm in the district right now, probably
that's
to the
great.
end of the year, and Tony Trongone's pretty receptive to doing whatever he can to help the kids.
That's great.
And so I'm sure you'll get a very good welcome.
That would be great. Well, we'll talk.
Okay.
And Josie, you're just an incredible wealth of knowledge, and I love the idea of your contacts at Stockton. You went to Stockton, right? You graduated.
Yes, I got my master's in Holocaust and Genocide Studies there. So yeah, so it's it's a big part of who I am. And
boy, do I have a project for you.
We were just talking about it, right?
So yes, so I that's close and dear to my heart, and I love Stockton. They have a great the campus. They treat you wonderfully there.
And we performed there Saturday. We're at 3:00 on Saturday, May 6th. We're at the Cumberland
At Rowan.
College,
Cumberland campus.
County
Right.
campus, right?
And that's at the
And then
Gardini Center. And
right.
What's the cost, Robert, for adult?
Well, the adult it's $35.
Okay.
But we would like to offer anyone in the viewership of this program, and Jim Quinn, we've talked about that we would offer anyone who would call or contact Jim or the company, that we would offer them a $20 ticket.
Great. That is super. You can't listen, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot go see a concert for $20 anywhere, especially with the professionalism that the Bay Atlantic puts on. Like I said, that it's not my music, but I've gone.
No, it's Beethoven's.
Thank you very much. But
That was good.
the appreciation that you get when you watch these musicians, and I'm an ex-musician. I played keyboards for a very long time in my youth, and just watching them and how they perform and their talent, it's absolutely unbelievable. So, if you get a chance, please get a hold of somebody if you want a cheaper ticket, if you need it. If not, you can go. All right, we're going to take a quick break here, and we're going to pay the bills, and we'll take a brief time out, and we'll be back.
I'm Brian Lankin, third generation business owner, Al Shoes. Been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off, $25, and $10 off $100 if you mention that you've seen this.
Have you ever wanted to make the big money? Have you ever wanted to drive the big construction equipment? Here's your chance to go to school, learn the big machines, and start a new career. MCITC is a heavy equipment operator training school that offers you the opportunity to learn to use the big machines and start earning the big benefits. Don't hesitate. Call today 856-825-6655. That's 856-825-6655. Or visit our website at mcitcnj.com.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves, and making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Life puts a lot of demands on us. There's our jobs, those community and charity projects, our friends and the demands of the family,
Happy birthday!
birthdays and homework, the upkeep and maintenance of our homes, cars and possessions. Maybe it's time to really weigh out the things of greater importance, our relationship with God. Let us help you. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
I chose DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home because they treated me with respect and compassion. I couldn't have gone through all this if I didn't have DeMarco Luisi by my side. They did everything that they could to make me happy, and that was important to me and my kids.
At the DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we're here for you and your family in your time of need.
At Minson,
It's time for Insight, an inside view of what's happening in South Jersey. Join your hosts Anthony Fanucci and Jim Quinn as QVC brings you Insight with Anthony and Jim.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Insight. I'm Paul Spinelli, filling in for Jim Quinn and Mayor Fanucci. Tonight, my guests are Josie Spinelli, my wife, and Robert Dragotta, a good friend. We're talking about the Bay Atlantic Symphony and all the good things that they provide for the community, and some events that are coming up that you should know about. And if you're interested, to try to attend, and the great participation they have within our communities, try to educate our children. Robert, we were just talking about Jed off the air, and I know I was honored to give a proclamation to him at one of the concerts at Vineland, Cumberland County College campus. Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, I've known Jed now 25 years. This is his 25th year as conductor for the Bay Atlantic Symphony, and he has brought such professionalism to the symphony. He's out of Baltimore. He's part of the what is the university? Hopkins.
John Hopkins.
And you know, he oversees. He's our conductor. He is a West Virginia orchestra.
Wow.
And Johns Hopkins Orchestra.
Right.
He is the executive director for us and the conductors for the two other organizations. And he's got a wonderful, if you come to his concert, well, you've been.
We've been, yes.
And he starts the evening, or the matinee, with a background on what we're going to hear and a little bit of history on the piece. And they go at great lengths. He goes at great lengths to find top-notch entertainers, soloists. And this season, this concert, we have some local, not local to this area. Barbara Deaver, who's a mezzo-soprano, is an incredible voice. She's going to be with us. Lori Holtgren, who is another soprano. Min Jin is a tenor who's incredible. And Robert Cantrell is our bass baritone. I've heard him before. He's amazing. And of course, we're going to have 100 voices behind these soloists.
So that ought to be really neat.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be incredible. So so May 6th, we're at the college here in Cumberland County. And then the next day, on Sunday, at 2 o'clock, where ours is at 3, at 2 o'clock, we have the concert at Stockton.
Stockton.
And in their very steep auditorium.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I like shiver when I get in
I
there.
know.
It's like,
I agree.
You know what's kind of interesting here is I think most people that listen to symphony music, unless they're really into the intricacies of what's going on, I don't know what the conductor does other than, try to keep time. and it's a whole lot more than that.
yeah, oh yeah.
And having somebody like Jed is such a find, and he's a jewel. And in our area, there is a lack of the culture, the finer cultures, and this is one of them that really is not expensive.
No.
And everybody has an opportunity to go see them, so they really should. And we have a lot of people behind the scenes here. We have some people on the foundation. I know Josie just got on. You're on as well as an officer.
Joanne Gattone.
Joanne Gattone from Vineland. Give us a little bit of...
Well, Bob Woodruff has been on the board for many years. He was a president, and he's now treasurer of the Bay Atlantic Symphony. And we've had a lot of people, in this area that have come and gone. After 40 years, we've lost a lot of support. One of the problems that we've had because of COVID and because of the restrictions that we couldn't have concerts.
Right.
And we went to Zoom concerts, and we had, it was fun. It was nice, but it's not the same
Not the
thing
same. You don't get the
as
same
being
thing.
in a
Sitting
performance hall.
Yeah.
I know, in the theater that I've done in New York, I've been to this orchestra. I would put this up against the New York Philharmonic anytime. It really is that good, and people don't understand that this is a real professional. In fact, I was at the last concert we had, and a member of the audience, an older gentleman, came over to me and he said, "Are these people paid?" I said, "Oh yeah, yeah. There's 150 people up there that are being paid for." So people don't realize that these are not volunteers, and you don't get that quality.
Right.
And when I look back, when I first heard the orchestra, Jed came in '98. No, 25 years ago. Yeah, that would be 98?
97 and 98.
Yeah, anyway, a long time. He brought a whole different level of musician. Yeah, it was. I mean, I can remember thinking to myself, the brass section needed work. Not anymore. I mean, they are really incredible. So Jed, because he's been in the world of symphonies for years now, he's come to know and all of the people that are good. And he has a roster of those. We have some local musicians that are excellent. Our flutist. Yeah, you can say that now. It used to be flautist. Our flutist, the Beverly Pugh Corey, is a regular in the symphony, and she also teaches at Perkins Center for the Arts in Moorestown.
Right.
Okay.
And she plays a lot at church for us, and they do. She and Gay. Oh, forgive me, Gay.
We got it. I know. How many people are on the board?
We have 16 now.
16 people.
16 on the
and
board.
Basically, their job is to attempt, I guess, to do fundraisers and raise money and get donations, etc. And they're all out there, hustling. And I told Josie she has her work cut out.
Yeah, but she's good at it.
Yeah, well, that she is. But she makes up her mind to do something, it will be top shelf.
And we have most of our board now is outside of Cumberland County.
Right.
So it's mostly Cape May and Atlantic County is where the majority, I would say 10 of our board members are from that area.
Right.
And we have, we have 5 or 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
5 from Cumberland County. And I really would like to expand that, as we grow. Having Joanne Gattone on the board has been spectacular, and she's stepped up to be our secretary, and she's delightful.
Yes, she is.
And it's really nice to have. We go to, and you'll get to do this. I usually drive to the board meetings. So we don't have to, we can be economically,
saving the planet.
Right.
There you go.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, wow. There's just so much, I guess, that we could keep talking and talking and talking. But you're also involved in a bunch of other stuff as well.
I am.
Robert, or if no one knows, is one of the top guys in the zombie movie film that was filmed here.
I'm one of the partners and producers, yes.
Remind us what the name of that company is?
Weekly World News.
Okay, and they are here. They are located in Vineland at what once was the Amish market. And so they are renting in there, and they use it as a base to film the zombie movie, A Zombie Wedding.
Correct.
Which I guess somewhere in the near future will be sold and produced.
It's in the can, as they say.
Right.
And it's we've had our first pass at the editors. The editing is being done in L.A.
Right.
And Greg D'Alessandro, who's the chairman of the board of Weekly World News, was out there for 2 weeks getting all that, done. I saw the first run through the first edit last week, and I'm waiting. The next iteration is ready, so I should have that to look at in the next 2 days or so.
So once it's sold, is there a premiere?
There will be a premiere, and we will do it here.
Great.
In Vineland.
Great.
Probably at the Landis.
Okay. Well,
but that makes most sense, I would think.
And again, these are things that a lot of people really don't know about, to be honest with you. Because while we were doing the zombie movie, in my circles, a lot of people knew because the government, downtown knew what was going on. But a lot of local people were used as extras in it and things of that nature.
We had 40 extras from the community.
Right. And so there was something else that was brought to the city of Vineland from a local individual to bring it another industry really into Vineland and Cumberland County that hasn't been here ever that I remember. Maybe before Paul there might have been filming here, but for the most part not. And you're also
the Apostle Paul.
Yeah, well, at church they call me St. Paul. So what are you going to do?
Oh, Josie, is that true?
I don't know about that.
St. Paul. Oh my.
So,
and the burning bush.
Hey, there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the Queen Diner or Queen Restaurant in Vineland, New Jersey. Great place to come and eat dinner, lunch, breakfast, and we'd like to thank them for allowing us to be here and do these productions. And we're going to take a quick break.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
In South Jersey, we do things our own way. We say things out loud, face things head on. and never back down. And that's how we fight cancer. With the most advanced diagnostics, leading-edge technology, and a team of doctors who know how to treat your cancer. And most importantly, we do it right here at the Frank and Edith Scarpa Cancer Center, Vineland, and the Leading Edge Cancer Center, Mullica Hill.
I'm Brian Lankin, third-generation business owner, Al Shoes. Been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off, $25, and $10 off $100 if you mention that you've seen this.
Have you ever wanted to make the big money? Have you ever wanted to drive the big construction equipment? Here's your chance to go to school, learn the big machines, and start a new career. MCITC is a heavy equipment operator training school that offers you the opportunity to learn to use the big machines and start earning the big benefits. Don't hesitate. Call today 856-825-6655. That's 856-825-6655. Or visit our website at mcitcnj.com.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
It's time for Insight, an inside view of what's happening in South Jersey. Join your hosts Anthony Fanucci and Jim Quinn as QVC brings you Insight with Anthony and Jim.
Welcome back, everybody, to Insight. We're here at the Queen Diner, or Queen Restaurant in Vineland, New Jersey. Come on out. Food's great. Prices are reasonable. And the people are nice. So, and that's all we can ask for out of our businesses. Once they've opened, they've done great. They've been a real good community partner, and we thank them. We got a ton of things happening in Vineland. Just to give you an update real quick. The 23rd, which is this Sunday, we have the Pacheco Parade. That starts about 11 o'clock on the 500 block in Vineland. It will be marching down toward Gatone Stadium, march into Gatone Stadium. There are no cars allowed other than the car that Pacheco will be in, so everybody will be walking if you want to be in the parade. And the seating will be in the bleachers on both sides at Gatone Stadium, and we will be speaking from one of the end zones. Mr. Pacheco will be there. Coach Ciano from Rutgers. A lot of the football team will be there, the cheerleaders, and the Rutgers band. So Rutgers has taken a big role into coming down here and promoting themselves to our student athletes so they can go to a prestige university in North Jersey. And hopefully have a similar end to their college education as Isaiah did in being a very successful individual, whether it's coming out and being a doctor, which Rutgers can help you do, or coming out and being an athlete, which Isaiah did. So, kids, your dreams can come true. You just have to work hard. All right, that is going on this Sunday, the 23rd. Starts on the Avenue. If you don't want to go to the parade, you go right to Gatone Stadium at about noontime. And that will be our celebration because, as everyone knows, Kansas City won the Super Bowl, and Isaiah played an integral part in that, being Rookie of the Year and things of that nature. A lot of other things happening, too, in Vineland. We just had a very successful Easter parade and Easter egg hunt. We had over 100 children. Were you the bunny? No, I was not. The bunny was much bigger than Paul. He was about 6 foot. That was the biggest rabbit I ever saw. But it was really neat to see, to have the little kids there and get involved. And next year, I think it'll probably be bigger and better. Now, Josie, you run a ton of events, and we did mention the disco ball. but you run another major event near the end of the year. Tell us what's going on.
Yes, well, another event that I've kind of created and dreamed of and so forth and so on is called an old-fashioned Christmas on the Avenue. It is the first weekend in December. It is that Friday and that Saturday, and my committee is working very hard behind the scenes. We've been meeting monthly as we normally have for the past 3 years, and this is our third year. And I have to say thank you, first of all, to all my sponsors who have been fabulous with being very generous with their donations to this event. And without them, we couldn't do it because everything costs money and everything costs $1,000. It's like crazy. The simplest little things sometimes you kind of wonder.
Well, 1,000 is the old 100.
Really. And so we're looking to do a couple of new things. You know, since I got involved with this dance team here in Vineland, I'm going to try to get them involved in old-fashioned Christmas and just different things that, you know, I keep coming up with. I actually had a new idea. I don't know if I'm going to do it this year or not, but I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have a king and a queen or a prince and a princess of the old-fashioned Christmas? So it's something I was thinking about, just kind of hit me. But I don't know if we're ready to do that yet.
The Christmas parade? Is it?
Yes.
That's the week before.
That's the week before.
That's right after Thanksgiving. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I thought it'd be kind of cool. So we'll have to see.
We used to love that parade.
Yeah.
That
a lot of people do.
Last year, that parade, the Christmas parade, and in Vineland, we do call it the Christmas parade.
Do we? Do you still do a Halloween parade?
No, we do not.
Because that was I was in
that was fun.
Oh, were you?
I went as a table.
There you go.
Table. That's great.
Now the Christmas parade this last year, probably one of the largest we had. It had over 120 entries in the parade to do the parade route. And that didn't include like a car entry. You know, if it was a car club, they had 10 cars. But we do actually control that in that parade. We're only allowed so many cars, so we don't have just all Jeeps and all cars in it. But tons of floats this year. The schools really did a great job in participating in the event. A lot of the nonprofits participated in the event. A lot of the churches participated. So it was really kind of neat to watch all the floats go through. And we had a big thing where we had the Santa's mailbox was a big deal because it was the first time we did it. And we put that out on the corner of 6th Street. And the end result of that was absolutely stunning. Probably going to be more next year. In that, I believe, if people put a return address in, Santa responded to every letter.
Wonderful.
Did
you do that, Jeff?
With a note.
That wasn't mine. That was.
Believe it or not, the mailbox was the mayor's. I kind of made it happen with the guys that I work with at the church, and we got it built. And it did not cost the city a nickel because we got everything donated.
That's fun.
And the guys that did it, we had an auto body, Ralph's Auto Body, did the finish work on it. G.I. Rivera, who works for me at the church, he built it. We had one of the sheet metal places build a cart for it because it was so heavy, so we could move it around easier. So there were a lot of people involved in doing it. We had a special graphic artist do all the artwork on it. Not one penny charged. So those people, we put a plaque on the mailbox, designating all those people. But what was neat about it is that we probably responded to over 300 kids. Wow. Santa got to get back to them. The other ones that did not, unfortunately, there was no way to respond. So, and we had a ton of those as well. So next year, we're going to really try to ramp it up a little bit and make sure that everybody understands you got to put a return address on it if you want some kind of answer. But that was kind of cool. And Josie did a ton of work, and we left it out during her event up until Christmas. Next year, we're probably only going to leave it out a couple weeks because it became pretty tough to deal with. But and hopefully next year, again, Josie's idea, we're going to have lights that change colors. So you might have the colored lights all down the avenue, and then we could change one block to just white, so that when she has her event, it'll be lit up, and it'll give it more safety and better to see and take pictures and see everything that's going on. So, Josie's been, the point to the pencil on that one. She really has pushed it. Thank Mayor Finucci. He's been very cooperative in trying to give her the things that she needed to make it successful, and it has been that. So we'll be on our third year.
Third year, yes.
And we just keep trying to come up with new ideas, and they're all hers. I have nothing to do with it, and don't call me. Call her. She has her own phone.
So the letter, they responded to the letter?
It was from Santa Claus.
From Santa Claus.
Yes.
And did the present come with
no
the letter?
present? No present. It basically,
well, there's a goal for you.
Yeah, right. Good luck with that one.
Really?
It basically, I believe the letter from Santa said, "I have received your letter, and you have
talked to your mom.
You have made the nice list."
Oh.
And not put it back on mom and dad. And it was mailed home, so mom and dad saw it. So,
that's how it should be. You know? Santa was either nice or not, right? So.
And there's just a lot happened in the city of Vineland. You have a new movie eventually coming, right? New zombie movie. When?
Well, it's a sequel.
Okay.
So as soon as we get this all edited, we'll start the process for the next iteration. It'll be Zombie Vacation.
A Zombie Vacation.
Is that going to be the name of it?
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Are we going to have beach scenes?
I don't want to preempt anybody. This is Greg's.
Oh,
right.
This is Greg's baby, so I don't want to, make him like. What did you say that for?
And now you are in a situation at the market where I know a brewery wanted to come in and do something, and I don't know what the end result of that was, but
as far as I know, Sandy is incredible.
Sandy Krasinski's unreal.
Yeah, she's like, wow.
She's
every
the
city should have a
ever-ready bunny. She does not stop. She was doing stuff from Florida.
Yeah,
when she was on vacation.
I called her, and she said, so I started to go on, and she said, Robert, I'm in Florida. I said, oh God, Sandy, I didn't know that.
So no, she's good.
Yeah, she's
but there's a lot of good things to think about with the city. If a brewery comes in there and it sets itself up, I think that's a home run.
Well, and I'm trying to find someone. I talked to a couple people that have had restaurants, and I have someone who's going to look at it because the Amish Market restaurant is intact.
Intact, yes.
It's got every piece of equipment you can want.
Right.
So I've had one person come in, and I think it was a little bit too much for them.
Right.
But I'm hoping. I have another friend that owned a restaurant in Cherry Hill that a bank came in and offered him more money than he ever thought he would get. So he closed, and I'm trying to
convince him.
Actually, if he would just sort of oversee it.
Right.
You need a good chef.
Right. You need a good chef and a manager.
But my idea, how I got involved with Zombie Wedding was I had read that Joe Corcoran, who is our partner, was the partner, had done it as a play, as a musical, because he created Tony and Tina's Wedding.
Oh, okay. Right.
So and I have produced Tony and Tina's Wedding all over the world.
Right.
And so when I saw it in the trades, am I boring you?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, no filter.
No.
Sorry, dude.
I had a tooth extracted yesterday.
All right, let's go. Let's move.
So anyway, it's So I'm looking, because I would love to be able to do Tony and Tina's wedding there, and all of the, I'm a partner in entertainment events, which has a
And
girls'
you
night.
would need a restaurant for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And girls' night, the musical, and what it would do, it would feed the brewery.
Right.
So people could, because the brewery can't serve food.
Right.
Right.
So we would have the food right there, and people could go to the brewery, order a sandwich or whatever they wanted,
Right.
and vice versa.
Right.
People could come there and get a beer. So it could be a win-win
Win-win
situation
for everybody, yeah.
Right. And
that would be great for downtown.
Absolutely.
And I'm talking to a writer. I talked to her today, actually. I just got her new. I had looked at it. It's a new play that she's got 8 characters. I told her she's got to cut it down to 6, but it's really it's a new musical. It's you can adapt it for a
Different
dinner
things.
theater kind of thing.
Genres.
Yeah, so it would be fun to do that.
Oh, nice.
It would be fun to bring all the things that I've done in New York. I mean,
And you could stay home and do it.
Stay home and do it.
And not have to go to New York all the time.
And again,
because we miss you when you're in New York.
And the thing that is, it also brings something to the area that they don't have.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I remember when I was younger, we used to go to Delaware and Pennsylvania for dinner theater. They don't even have them anymore.
No.
They've all shut down.
Well, because of COVID. It really hurt the economy for the entertainment world. Even Broadway is still struggling.
Yes. And the crime wave in New York isn't helping them.
No.
So, and that's another story. Just give you a little heads up. We got some people watching. Al Vargas, Tony Haley. Tony Haley's from New Hampshire, by the way. He's one of my friends. Joe Cilio, who's one of our commissioners. Diane and Bergia Cast, the mayor's mother-in-law. Bob Carpenter from Brigantine. And Mike Peruzza, former sheriff.
Oh.
So they're just some of the people that are on and participating in.
Hopefully they'll come to the concert.
And hopefully they will come to the concert. And again, that was the real premise of tonight, was to push the Bay Atlantic into the limelight so that we could get people to start attending these events and being part of them and starting to understand what a real gem we have in our Bay Atlantic Symphony in the Cumberland County area. And I know we've been to a lot of events, and I think viewership is up from what I have seen.
But it's getting back.
But it's still not where it needs to be. One, to keep it viable, and just ticket prices aren't going to pay for everything. And two, if anybody wants to do a sponsorship of any nature, get a hold of one of the trustees. I mean, we gave you names: Josie Spinelli, Robert.
I can give your phone number, Josie.
Yeah, no, thank you. We get enough phone calls. Me being
Don't
a
give
counsel,
mine.
Okay.
I'll put yours out on the air. And all that kind of stuff. So, and again, this is Gatone. Any of those people, get a hold of it if you'd like to contribute and donate to the Bay Atlantic. It would be greatly appreciated, greatly needed, and it would support one of the organizations locally that really are bringing something back and bringing something to our community. So that would be great.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention our executive director.
Yeah, go ahead.
Brian McPeak is. He's been with us since just before COVID,
right? Yeah.
And he got us through all that.
He got a tough term.
Yeah, he sure did. But he's just incredible. You couldn't have run an organization like this just volunteers.
Right.
You've got to have someone at the helm who really knows their stuff. Brian he was a volunteer president of a theater company in Pennsylvania, in New Hope. I think it was New Hope. So he understands, what
the ins and outs. Yeah.
what it takes to run an organization like this. So I've been very fortunate to be able to work with Brian, and he's been really incredible.
Brian's a great guy. I mean, I met him really through that, but the few conversations we've had, he's a real person, down to earth, and just, again, another guy that works hard at it and tries to make it happen.
And he is another one that has a terrific wife who is by his side, and she volunteers, and she's there at every concert and makes sure that our ticket, people that are coming for tickets, and of course Anna in the office is Brian.
She's sweet.
She's adorable.
She really is.
Yeah, we have a great organization. It really is a great organization.
And again, it's one of those hidden gems that a lot of people don't know anything about, and that's a shame. And hopefully the board, under your leadership and with Josie on there, we can start getting it out into the forefront a little bit so that we can really push it in a positive direction.
Absolutely. And Jim and his wife are, incredible supporters, and his daughter. I mean, they approached me and said, we could help you. And Jim, I don't know whether we can say this or not, but I was just told that there's over 1.2 million people viewing this program every year. That's a very good number.
Yeah, that's big.
That's a good number.
That's probably all because of you.
I know. We'll do it.
But don't say it's because of the mayor.
By the way, he's off camera tonight.
So,
he's making faces at us.
That's all right. That being said, again, I don't think I can't say enough about my wife. Josie is phenomenal at doing the things that she does. When she decides to get something done, it's just gun ho and get out of the way. If you don't want to come for the ride, she's just going to leave you behind. Except for me, she just kind of beats me into submission and says, you're doing it. So that being said, that's okay. But she has also supported me through everything that I've done. I refereed 48 years. She put up with a lot of nonsense because I wasn't home. And now with city council, I'm not home a lot either. And I've been doing that for about 12 years. Well, not quite 12. It's about 11 and a half now.
On city council?
On city council. Wow. And there's a lot of nights I'm not around. I'm at meetings, I'm at events, et cetera, et cetera. I try to bring her to what I can. A lot of them aren't events that necessarily deem to have both of us there, so she's home. And so she gives up a lot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the Queen Restaurant in Vineland. We thank them for hosting us. Please come out and come eat here and see what it's like and help these people stay alive here as well. Because we have a wine tasting and a wine cellar over here where they sell wine as well. So you can come out for that as well.
And I have a Diet Coke?
Yeah,
Which
well,
Pepsi, Diet Pepsi.
You didn't ask for anything else.
You're lucky.
So, again, try to support our local businesses. The only way they stay alive is if you help. And that's the only way we keep businesses here in Vineland, in Millville, in Bridgeton, in Cumberland County, is through your support. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Jim, thank you for allowing us to do this little thing for the Bay Atlantic. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jim.
And everyone, have a safe rest of the week.
Thank you, Paul, Josie.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.